So in continuation, there are some points actually for render style panel. Let me explain them, that they are really helpful to you. You know, the first form is if you're on headlight, and you can actually right click on the space and click on file options, that this window is open to you, and every kind of settings that you do is related just to that file. If you go to global option, all it affects on Navisworks. Yes, so we'll go on a file options, and in this part headlight, you can just change the ambient or headlight, and you can set them, yeah, in here. And then we can work in the space that we have. Based on your need, you can set your settings. So this is for headlight, and that is for ambient. You know, if you are on scene light, for example, and in part of scene light, you can just set this ambient, make it less, low or high, for example. Based on your need, you can work on your project by this option. So the next point that we have in here, we have the elements for 2D things that we have in here. We are able actually to go to here, or to global option, or for example application options, for example in here interface display. You know, in this part we have primitives. Yes, we have some options in here. Point size, for example, the size of the point could be bigger or smaller. Yeah, and you have 1 to 9. Yes, I think 5 is okay. Here actually it is related to the line size, and here snap size. Yes, we call it snap point in here. Let me set it on 5, and like this we can actually see them in our work, or maybe invite on Navisworks better. So let me consider these numbers for here for sure. And actually we have a kind of message in here. We have to close the software once and open it again, that this is updated. Let me just close it. I don't save it, and again actually manage, and let's see that it is open. When it's open, let me open the file in here, and here let's go to this part, DWG, NWC, render style, more, and let's double click on this option in here, and from viewpoint actually let's set it on here, and here we can just have these options and control them better. You see, like this, that in all of the project that they are done, and they cause that we see it better. The next point actually that we have in here, we might actually during the work use different options in here to set the colors or maybe change them. I'm just giving you examples. Let me select this wall, and then let's go to the properties window in here, and let's go to the element, for example, and let's actually click on all types of this wall. Let's click on find matching item, and then after that we'll go for actually set a color, consider a color for it. You know, we can set every color that we like. For example, let's name it 01. Let's select a kind of panel for it, properties, element type, for example, from this type, find my save 02 and till the end. We're able actually to go to appearance profile, and we set a kind of color for them. That in future, of course, about actually talk about the appearance profile tool. Yeah. Add actually maybe we want to have a kind of transparency for it and run. Yes, if you pay attention, the color has got changed. Let's return to full in here, and then lighting for now will be set on none. That is shown a little faster to us. You know, like this. Actually, the colors are affected on the textures. Yes. Of course, if you don't have any textures, they are not shown to us. And if you have used quantification, for example, as an example, let me just go for all of the walls of this project, find matching. For example, all of the walls from this part. Let me just set them on unit format, next, metric, next, and finish. Of course, we will talk about them in future. Wait for them. Pin, and then you might actually have all of these walls, for example, in these elements. You've put them in there, for example. As an example, exterior walls, all of the walls actually will be dragged into exterior walls. Yes, and they are added. You see that, for example, when we actually do quantity surveying, actually based on the style of the quantity surveying, the colors will be allocated to them. So in here, by using here, for example, reapply original type, actually you can say that the main color is shown, or for example, or maybe the color that you used in quantity surveying. Or if you're using the appearance profile, for example, in this part, in here that we just had two colors for it to return them, actually you can go to the part, research, all appearance. All of them will be returned. If the schedule has been used, for example, the quantity surveying, we can just return them to quantification. So these are the points that could be really helpful to you, and they cause that the processing, the work will be more disciplined.